Hey, welcome to Tuesday Inspiration with Toby. I'm super delighted to be with you. Of course, every Tuesday I want to just be with you guys to just inspire you and make sure that I'm doing my best to tell you to do your best, as we grow and we just yearn for more success. We need to know some basic things. So that's all Tuesday Inspiration with Toby is all about. Today we'll be looking at identity. Identity, yes, identity. This is a common word we use every day. This is a common word we use to describe things. We used to explain how things look like, how a thing would look, or how a thing looks like already. And it's just a way of ascribing some importance on some things. Say, okay, for example, I work with uh, the Nigerian Port Authority, for example. That's a form of identity. Say, okay, who's Toby? Toby works with Nigerian Port Authority. I'm not saying I work there. Or I work with the US Embassy. I work with the Canadian, or I'm a Nigerian, or I'm an American, or I'm somebody from the Bahamas who is also an American. From so state, the list goes on and on. An identity is just to um, make people recognize that this is who you are, this is what you are associated with, and this is what you can bring to the table. Basically, every day we move closer to our success. Every day we move closer to those that would help us. We need to understand that it is important for all of us as humans to know that we cannot take these things for a ride. We cannot take these things for granted. We cannot take our identity to be something that is unimportant, or people will say, I don't really care what people say about me. Yes, in some situations you won't care what people would say about you, but in most cases your identity must be right. If your identity is not right and people are talking about you negatively, you have to ensure that you try to align your life in the best possible way you can. Everyone who is associated to a brand today is because of what the brand has done over the years. For example, you buy a product and the product gives you that satisfaction you were looking forward to, or maybe you were not even looking forward to that satisfaction, but you just came across the product and you derive satisfaction. You would want to tell people about that product again. You would want to buy that product yourself again. You would go on and on to do what we call mouth to mouth adverts for the product. Same as your identity. The people you meet every day and you think are not important to you might just be the people who are there and have been set aside to help you. But how do you react to them? How do you relate with people on a daily basis? How do you relate to those who are in your offices? How do you relate with those who you meet on the streets? How do you relate with those who help you to do a thing or two? Do you feel like, yes, you've arrived? Do you feel like, yes, you're more important than every other person? Do you feel like your values are higher than every other person? Do you think that your beliefs are way better than every other person's own? You need to correct that identity. People should not see you and see like, oh yeah, this person doesn't really need help. We all need help. That's the truth. If people must help you to grow, your identity must be intact. If you must get to that point that you have desired to get to over the years. We've all come this far because we've strived and we've worked so hard to get to this point. So don't get to a point where you feel like you're too comfortable and you begin to now come up with some other kinds of identity, and people begin to say, oh, why is this person reacting like this? Is it because of the fame? Is it because of money? Is it because of the position? Don't be power drunk. Don't be somebody who feels like, yes, I'm on top of the world. As much as you should believe in your skills, you should believe in your potential, you should believe in yourself, you need to also ensure that you're believing in yourself that you would always keep the right attitude. If you keep the right attitude at all time, if you meet people and you begin to relate with them well, you begin to react to what they say in a positive light, they would definitely say, "Oh, I met Toby once upon a time, and this was how he reacted, this was how he acted towards me, and I feel like Toby is the best person for the job." Or if you get to meet this guy, you will have your problem solved. People should identify you in a way that, yes, they know that you're a problem solver and not the person creating problems at all time. You would succeed every time you try. But if you think that you don't need people to succeed, you have to think again. If you think that what you're doing right now is the best you could do, you have to think again, because there's more that you can do in the world. Now, I've said it that brands all over the world are striving to be better. Every time you watch some adverts, you just want to watch again. You begin to tell people about it. People begin to just patronize these brands, even if they don't know the owners personally. Now, people don't need to know you personally before they begin to patronize you, or before they begin to invite you to come and speak at their events, or before they need to come and tell you that, oh yes, we need your service, we need you to produce this, we need you to supply this. People don't actually need to know you in person. Just be right with all those you come across with. Act right with them. Do the best you could to keep conversations going as much as possible. Your conversations must be tight and they must be healthy. Keep healthy relationships, and you'll see that all of what you've dreamed to achieve would come to life. There's this quote from William Shakespeare, and it says that we know what we are, but not what we may be. We know what we are, but not what we may be. You do not know what you become in the next 5 seconds. You can only try your best. But if you keep the right identity, if you keep that positive mindset going in the minds of people that you come across with every day, you would know that yes, things are going to just work out fine for you. So what's your identity like? What do people know you for? What do you want to be known for? You have to start working on it now. If you've been working before, don't stop. If you've worked to a point and you feel like yes, you've achieved the unimaginable, please don't think like that. Just continue to do your best. Be positive with people. Be that person that people want to come to for solutions. So what identity are you keeping? Ask yourself today and do the right thing. Until I come your way again next week Tuesday, please keep the right identity and begin to solve problems wherever you find yourself. I'll see you again next week Tuesday. Thank you for joining me. Bye.